Hello, everybody from Decatur Central. I'm Jody Rouse coming at you from Coach's Corner today. And today I have Coach Serber of the boys basketball team. How are you today, Coach Serber?
Good. Glad to be back. Obviously, a couple of weeks off there for winter break, but glad to be back in 2024. So,
Of course, it's the new year, 2024. But seeing that your team has a great record so far, and the players' chemistry, has surpassed what a lot of people thought, was like, oh, these boys, they play selfishly, but you've, coached them, to work well around the team, Casey Berry, Aiden Lawson, Tyrese, Malachi, all these guys. Over winter break, you had a couple of games. So how was, the first game during that winter break? I know, like, it was a little crazy.
Yeah. So we had a huge gap in our schedule last year. Over break, we were almost off from games for like 3 weeks. So we dropped a couple of games and got us in a holiday tournament. First time we've been in a holiday tournament for a few years. So we were able to go to Newcastle holiday tournament. So, obviously the biggest gym in the country, biggest high school gym in the country. So first time as long as I've been coaching, that's the first time I've actually been there, let alone coach there. So it was a really good experience. We, really, really good day for us. We got to play two teams that we don't normally play. So we played the 12 o'clock game against Norwell. We played them over the summer in a little shootout. But that game went really, really well. I mean, we played well. We had a really slow start. I think we had 15 points at halftime, but ended up beating them by double figures in the second half. Tyrese had a heck of a day. I think he had 8 assists against Norwell in that first game. And then we got to play the home team, Newcastle, in the 7:30 championship game, which that was a really, really good game for us. I mean, we probably had the best first quarter that we've had all year. Where we had I think we were up 24-4 at the end of the first quarter or something like that. So it was one of the best quarters we've played. But we ended up letting them back in the game, but still was able to win and was able to come home with a holiday championship.
Championship, of course.
So it was a good day for us. Casey Berry had a heck of a day. I think he scored 22 one game and 20 in the next. And I think the biggest storyline for us to this point was how our scoring has been. I mean, we've had a guy with 18, a guy with 14, a couple guys with 11, one with 8. That's kind of been our stat line through the first part of our season here, which is, a really good thing. It's tough to scout us when you've got guys that can score from different areas.
From different areas, of course.
So that was a good day for us. And then, obviously last week to end the kind of the holiday stretch, we went on the road to beat Martinsville, a conference opponent, to put us 2-1 in the conference. It's always tough to play at Martinsville. Super physical team, which was really good for us leading into Marion County tournament. Kind of gave our guys I think one of the episodes earlier in the year, you asked me something, about our team, and I thought, mental toughness and physical toughness was going to be our weakness, and we're to the point in our schedule we're going to have to really, really improve on that.
Absolutely. You have guys, of course, as you said before, scoring double-digit points. It does become a little challenging for teams to scout you guys, of course.
Yeah.
Because you have so many key contributors to that team, and they work well around each other and different skill sets to each other. Tyrese being a facilitator, Malachi, all these guys can facilitate for these other guys. And then, you have Eric Hobson, scoring with his deadly mid-range, and Casey Berry, scoring all over. So especially, coming off that winter break championship game and then beating Martinsville, what were some, key things in that Martinsville game, that you've seen, that the boys could improve on as a whole, aside from the physical toughness and other stuff like that?
Yeah, I think we have to get better offensively. Like we're not running our stuff well enough. To really help put our guys in position to score. I think that's something that we have to improve on, especially with our schedule that's coming up. We've talked about how much time we've spent on the defensive side. We have a lot of confidence in our defense. And we have guys that are scoring right now, but when it comes down to actually running our stuff and just ball movement, player movement, those things, that's probably one of the biggest things that we've got to improve
on. As you said, focusing a lot on the defensive aspect and, working on that offensive aspect of the game. Of course, you guys, just played a game yesterday against Warren. Seeing that that's a good team, how, as a coach, in your eyes, could you have improved on, some of these things, trying to communicate to your guys to play, a bit better, maybe play a little bit more focused, in that game?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and that was our problem last night. That was a good game for us in regards to, we were a 7-2 basketball team. Not with any disrespect to the teams that we've already played, but obviously we haven't played a powerhouse big school like Warren Central yet, and so it was a test to us. It was our test for us, just to kind of see where we were at, and last night that was our problem, especially in the first half. We really struggled to run stuff. We really struggled to put our guys in position to score. Defensively, again, I thought, we played well enough to win defensively. I thought, obviously it was just shot selection and not running offense that kind of hurt us again last night. But it was a good test for us to see where we're at. Obviously, we know what we need to improve on moving forward. I think I want to talk about Aiden Lawson a little bit. I think just kind of goes under the radar, and he's playing so well right now. Like Warren's really good inside. They have two really really big physical post players, and Aiden really competed, and his length gave them some problems last night. But I just think Aiden's playing so well. He got in foul trouble last night, and so obviously we had to sit him down for a little while, and that's when Warren really kind of made their run when Aiden came out of the game. So we need him, and he's playing well. But
absolutely, coming off a loss, but being able to rebound, of course, as a coach, you always have that mindset of, it's a game, it's a very important game, of course. But to be able to rebound from a loss like you guys do, is phenomenal. Of course, when you guys went on a 3-game win streak run, winning a championship, game during winter break, a lot of people in Decatur Central have high hopes for this basketball team. And, of course, as a coach and your staff and everything, you guys are putting these boys on the map, in the sense of teams are really, worried about, what these guys can put on the floor. The mindset that you put into this team is phenomenal, especially, your assistant coach, Coach Brown.
Yeah.
His vocalization, and you don't even have to speak that much because he's always coming, and his vocalization and his communication for these boys really teaches them how to really, suit up as a team and step on that floor as a team, overall, and, especially in this new year.
Yeah.
A lot,
Yeah.
is happening, of course.
Yeah.
But
Well, our schedule doesn't get easier. So there's no let ups for us. We have to coach that way. We have to keep their attention. We play Warren Central, got beat by Warren Central last night, and now we have to turn around and prepare and get ready for Ben Davis next week on Tuesday. So there's no time to pat them on the back and tell them, and we talked about that last night. Like, there was no moral victory going into last night. The first half, we got our butts kicked, and the second half we won by 5. We beat them by 5 in the second half, but we went into that game wanting to win and thinking we could win. And that's the mindset that we're trying to get through to these guys, is that you're a good basketball team, you're a skilled basketball team. Great group, man. This is one of the funnest groups we've had in a really long time, as far as how hard they work and they want to be great. We just got to get that dog out of some of them. But that's our expectation, and we have to beat Ben Davis to win a sectional. We have to beat Pike to win a sectional. And that's outside of winning conference. That's our goal. We want to win sectional, and we have to beat these big dogs to do it. So we got to coach them to be ready to do that.
Absolutely. Of course, you guys are getting ready for BD.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys you've beat them before.
Yep.
Of course. So, especially with, this a new team, players, constantly improving,
Mm-hmm.
especially in practice, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for that game. Everybody is really, really excited for that game.
We'll have to be really good.
We'll have to be really good.
They're really good. So,
But,
obviously their size and athleticism and speed is always a problem, and we'll have to handle pressure a lot better than what we did last night. So we'll see.
Absolutely. Of course, everybody in Decatur Central, get ready for BD versus Decatur Central, of course. But I'm here with Coach Serber of the boys basketball team, varsity. Forget that, varsity boys basketball team. And I'm thankful for having you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Always fun, man.
All right, everybody.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all later.